Hello dear students of TED Prep Science. Let's go to start our episode today as we have to complete our lesson. We talk about lenses. Firstly, we should know the uses of lenses as microscope, telescope, magnifier lenses, and so on. So we have to know the main parts or concepts of lenses as we have the principal axis, optical center, focus, center of curvature, and we know any lens consists of two centers of curvature at the same time has two foci. So here we should know the behavior or how can the light deal with the lens. As we know, lenses refract the light ray which passes through it. So we have rule number one زي ما احنا هنشوف دلوقتي قدامنا, the path of the incident ray that passes through the optical center. You know what? Optical center, as we see here, light ray passes through the optical center. In this case, the light complete without refraction. The light ray will complete without what? Refraction, as here we have optical center P. Okay? In this case, the light complete its direction without refraction, as we see here. Rule number two, if the incident ray that is parallel to the principal axis, so here the principal or the light ray is parallel to the principal axis as we see here, like that. In this case, the light will refract through focus. So here the light passes parallel to the principal axis. So in this case, the light passes through the focus. And here we have rule number three, the light ray will pass through the focus. In this case, the light ray will refract parallel to the principal axis. Again, if the light ray passes through the focus, it refracts parallel to the principal axis as we see here. So how can we deal with the problems as we see? Number one, بيقول لي object at distance greater than the double focal length. Greater than the double focal length. Firstly, we should use our tools as we have. Number one, we have ruler. We should use it to measure 4 equal distances. خلي بالنا, how many? We will use the ruler to measure 4 equal distances. 4 مسافات قد بعض. As we have, for example, 0, 3, 6, 9, and what? 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, here we can write or draw the principal axis, but again we have 0, 3, okay, 6, 9, and 12. In this case, the light we have to draw the number 1 عندنا هنا. طبعا كل حاجة by ruler. We have C, F, P, F, and C. By ruler, we will draw the line, imaginary line here, through optical center. And we will determine the position of the object. بيقول لي الobject at distance greater than double focal length. Greater than double focal length يعني after center of curvature. So the object is here now. From the right side or left side. يعني we can draw the object from this position as here or in this position as here. براحتي. Okay? Because any lens has two faces or is apart from two spheres. Firstly, we will use rule number 1 as light ray will pass here in this case parallel to the principal axis. خلاص مش محتاجة ruler. طبعا هنا by ruler برضو we will draw light ray parallel to the principal axis. In this case, the light ray will refract through focus as we see. And rule number 1, for example, light ray passes through the optical center, and in this case, the light ray doesn't refract, complete its direction without refraction. So the intersection of the two light rays in this point. So here we have the image. So now we can draw or write the properties of the image. The properties of the image is what? Number one, inverted. Number two, real, which means can be received on a screen. Number three, between F and C, the position of the image between F and C. Okay, and number four, the image is diminished. Diminished, which means smaller than the object أو مصغر. Okay. Next problem. ممكن ناخد البروبلم دي. هنا بيقول لي object at distance less than focal length. Less than focal length. We will use the ruler. We will use our ruler to measure 4 equal distances. 4 مسافات متساوية. As 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12. Okay? طبعا the points is clear as you see here to draw the principal axis. Okay? So we have number one, as the previous problem, we have number one, C, F, P, F, and C. By using ruler, we will draw an imaginary line that represents the lens. Line ده معناها lens. Okay? In this case, the object at distance what? The object at distance less than the focal length. يعني between F and P. From any face, right side or left side, as you like. So the object is here. So if we use this rule, light ray parallel to the principal axis, it refracts through focus as we see here, and the other rule, the light passes through the optical center as we see here. As we see. So the light rays, the refracted rays doesn't intersect. They didn't intersect, مش هيتقابلوا. So we will use ruler to here to draw an extension of each refracted light ray. As we see here by ruler, هعمل طبعا بالرولر وبكررها كذا مرة. As refracted rays extension and as refracted rays extension like that. So at the point of intersection of extensions of refracted ray, we have here the image. So the image is here now. So we will draw all, or we will write the properties of the light and the properties of the image in this case. Number one, in this case, the image is erect, not inverted, which means upright, يعني معدول. But at the same time, the image is virtual, which means can't be received on a screen, because is formed due to what? Due to intersection of extensions of the refracted light rays. So the image is what? Is virtual. Number three, the image is magnified, which means greater than object in size. Number four, the position of the image. Here we can write the position of the image because this image is what? Is virtual. So we will determine the image position by using another object. يعني أحدد مكان الإيمج بجسم تاني. So the image in this case behind the object. The image is what? Is behind the object. يبقى we will write the image number 4 behind the object. يعني ورا الأوبجكت. Here we have object at focus. Object at focus. طبعا by using ruler خلاص عرفنا إن الأوبجكت at focus. we'll use ruler to measure 4 equal distances زي ما احنا عارفين كده. 4 equal distances as 0, 3, 6, 9 and 12 centimeters. Okay. So now we can use the ruler to draw the light out the principal axis as we see here. We have 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. خلاص. We have 4 points, 4 equal distance with 5 points as we have C, F, P, F and C. Don't forget to write the imaginary line as we see here. So the object in this case at focus, focal length, the object is here. Using first law, light ray parallel to the principal axis, it will refract through focus as we see. And rule number 3, as light ray passes through the optical center, it doesn't what? It doesn't refract. The two refracted light rays doesn't or didn't intersect, ما تقابلوش. So we will use ruler to draw the extensions of the light أو the refracted light rays. As we see here هنشوف إن the extensions doesn't طبعا بالرولر برضو doesn't أو didn't intersect مش هيتقابلوا. So in this case we have no image. We have no image. Give reason for why we have no image in this case. Because no intersection of refracted rays or their extensions. Again, here we have no image. We have what? No image. Why? Because no intersection of the refracted rays or their extensions. So if object at focus, we have no image. Here we have last طبعا احنا previous episode we know how can we deal with the real image, as we have real image can be received on the screen. Image is formed due to intersection of refracted rays, while virtual image can't be received on the screen, and this image is formed due to intersection of extensions of refracted rays. Here we have only one problem. We have only one problem talking about the case object in front of concave lens. And we know concave lens is what? Is diverging lens. In this case we know diverging lens, which means this lens separate light rays after refraction. Separates light rays after refraction. طبعا by using ruler عندنا 4 equal distances. F C طبعا هنا C F P F and C. طبعا we have to draw the imaginary line. هنرسم خط كده وهمي. Object at distance what؟ هو محددليش. As you like. طبعا we will draw the object in any point except focus, because focus in this point we have no image. ها طيب as you like مثلا هنا in after center of curvature. And we have rule number 1, light ray passes through the optical center, it doesn't refract. Okay. And we have rule as light ray parallel to the principal axis. Here we have light ray parallel to the principal axis, but the concave lens is diverging lens. So the light will refract away from principal axis. But we will, by ruler, we will draw the extension toward the focus here. So at the point of intersection of both refracted rays, or the incident ray, and the extension of the other refracted ray, here we have the image. So the image in which place? Here. So the image is what? The image is number 1, what? Erect, يعني معدول. So the image is virtual, yes, can't be received on the screen. Number 3, image is diminished أو مصغر. And this image is what? Is virtual. So we will explain or describe its position by another object. هوصفه بحد تاني. يبقى in this case the image in front of the object, قدام الobject, in front of the object, as we see here, the image here and object is here. So the image in front of the object. Okay, dear students, as we watch in these cases, زي ما شفنا في الكيسز بتاعتنا هنا هوت، عندنا 4 cases. One in front of the concave lens, as we draw before, and other cases in front of convex lens. We know convex lens is converging lens, and the concave lens is diverging lens, which means separate light rays after refraction. The last point in our lesson today, as we have to differentiate between long-sightedness and short-sightedness, طول النظر وقصر النظر. طيب, maybe this point we will illustrate or explain the difference between short-sightedness and long-sightedness next episode. But in this episode we will explain as a brief about the cataract اللي هو المية البيضاء. Cataract is the definition بتاع الكاتاراكت light أو eye lens becomes dark. Eye lens becomes dark. Okay? So this surgery we should يعني replace the lens with another one surgery. Okay, dear students, until we meet again next episode inshallah to differentiate between long-sightedness and short-sightedness. Thank you, see you, and goodbye.